Today, we're going to go over the patch notes for the January 2024 update. What you see on the screen is the preliminary or advanced version of the patch notes that Wargaming sends all the community contributors just about the day before they're published. To be honest with you, there's not a lot to dig into here. This is a rather slim update. There's some content coming, but these patch notes really don't contain all that many of the details, so let's get started. It's not going to take too long. The update is called The Hunt Begins, and there's a very good reason for that, which we'll get to in a second. But if you'd like to, you can go to wowslegends.com/code redeemer, see the address here, and put in this code. If you do, you're going to receive one Lunar New Year 2023 crate. It says 23. I wonder if that means 24. Well, in any case, on to the meat and potatoes of the patch notes, as they say. Next campaign is called the Danubian Pearl campaign, and the reward is a new pan-European destroyer, the Tier 7 Jaeger, which, if you look at this picture, basically looks like a destroyer with a World War I era hull. But as far as I know, the Jaeger has I don't actually know how many torpedoes it has, but it's got a lot of pan-European torpedoes, which means they probably have pretty long range with a rather quick reload, although they don't hit too very hard, I'm sure. It also has access to the repair party consumable. I don't know too much about this ship. It's a recent addition to WoW's PC. I've seen it out there. I haven't thought when I've been playing against it that it was all that much of a threat. Seemed a bit like a mediocre torpedo boat to me, but of course when the update drops on Monday, we'll be streaming, so we'll be sure to check it out. The campaign comprises the usual 100 milestones over 5 weeks. There's a breakdown of the Admiralty backing in the patch notes, which I don't think is worth going over in detail. But yep, so Jaeger is the reward for the upcoming campaign. Next up, we have something that'll make all the weebs happy indeed. Azur Lane Wave 5 is here. I can't believe we're already on Wave 5, but apparently we are. So rejoice, Commanders, or maybe this, should read Rejoice Weebs, I don't know. But Azur Lane is coming back to our seas with 5 new commanders, including Iron Blood Leader Bismarck and the Sardinia. Is that how that word is pronounced? I apologize. Sounds Italian. But the Sardinia Empire's very own Zara, along with 3 new ships, 2 new skins, and a special crate. Wargaming will tell us more in a dedicated article next week. I've got really no other details other than the photo here, so more Azur Lane stuff. I find it interesting that we're going to get yet another, from the sounds of it anyway, yet another German battleship commander for the Bismarck. I wonder if this commander's skills will have anything to do with secondaries. That'll be interesting to see for sure. Then, of course, both the alternate French cruiser and alternate German destroyer line was in early access during the current update, so they're coming live and we'll have access to the Tier 8 Brest for the French and the Tier 8 Schultz for the Germans. I'll be most interested in getting the Schultz. I might actually have enough credits by the time Monday rolls around to get both of the ships. So if that is the case, then we'll try to test out both. But Schultz is what I'm most interested in. You can let me know if you agree with that in the comments section if you'd like. Then we've got, 50 seasons of ranked battles. We've got a new season coming. You'll be able to compete for prizes in the 3 seasons, playing Tier 6, Tier 7, and Tier 8 ships respectively in teams of 3. Interesting, bit of a different format. The season is starting as early as January 16th. All right, then. Lunar New Year content is back. From the 29th of January to the 18th of February, you'll have access to Lunar New Year content in the store. What will that content be? Who knows, but they're going to do a blog post on it in the coming days. And really, that's all there is of much substance to these patch notes aside from some changes to the mobile version of the game. Apparently, that is getting a significant variety of changes with legends, and well, they're updating the port interface. It almost looks very close to what we have on the console, and then there's some upgrades for the battle interface, including a zoom option for the binocular view, and the extended battle log has been redesigned to now include options to exit port or go to settings. Apparently, the store interface on the mobile version is getting updated too, and you will get daily rewards for logging into the game. So, some nice changes for the mobile players, I suppose. There's a couple bug fixes on the console, including an issue that caused some Xbox players to experience problems with the sound. I feel like I've heard a couple people maybe complaining about this in recent times, so evidently that is going to be fixed with the new update. And I have run into this bug a couple of times where the loading screen, for whatever reason, shows the incorrect map title for the map. And apparently that might only happen when you're in a division, but in any case, it is fixed. Then there's a couple other changes, including one where they added a button to demount all boosters from a ship at once, which is kind of nice. Kind of a nice quality of life update there. And the redesigned UI when opening containers. You can now see how many different types of containers you have, as well as their guaranteed drops and your progress toward the next one. Okay. Well, that's actually pretty useful too. That's a nice quality of life update. But that's really all there is of substance to this particular one. Not a huge amount of content coming. I mean, early access ships coming out of early access, Jaeger as the new campaign ship, and then a new wave of Azur Lane stuff. So it'll be interesting. We will, of course, be streaming it on Monday, and since that day is a federally recognized holiday in the United States, I don't actually have to work. So there's going to be no time limit imposed on me for that stream. Should be a fun time. I'll see you all there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of the patch notes in the comments. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.